Hey everybody, so for this week's video I decided I'd do something a little bit different. I've been seeing this meme float around, and so I figured let's go ahead and roll with it, because I don't know what else to do for a video this week. So this week I'm just going to be rating things. I asked my Twitter peoples, like, hey, what are things that exist? And these are things that they sent me as things that exist, and I'm just gonna rate them. Starting with funny animal pancake. Yeah, they're alright. My main issue is that, like, if you were to give this to me while I'm having a crappy day, I'm gonna be like, dude, nah. No, I don't want that. Like, I'm having a bad day and it feels like you're just mocking me with funny animal pancakes. Screw you. If I were a child, if I were like a small child, which I'm not anymore and I don't plan on ever being again because that's not how time works, I'd probably be pretty psyched about funny animal pancakes, but as it stands right now, I'm not a child, and so that's just going right down here in the E section. There you go. That's an E. It's not the worst thing ever, not very good. This image is next. I'm a little disappointed that this is not a quote from like Boondock Saints or The Godfather or something great, Paradise Lost or something. It's not one of the great works of literature or film. It's just like this random meme image, which kind of makes it a little bit stronger than it should be. The fact that it's Mickey Mouse saying it, that's pretty good. I'm gonna give that a B. It's not the best thing. It would be cooler if I could quote it and not sound like a meme lord. That'd be cool. Chowder, the 2007 show. I didn't really watch it ever. My wife likes it enough. It seems okay. It's all right. That goes in the B category. It's like kinda, how about, no, it's going into C for Chowder. There you go. Me, someone asked what my opinion of myself is, and honestly, it's highly dependent on my mood. Like, do I have depression that's kicking in today? Yes, no, because then it varies. Like, it'll go way below F or way above S. Who knows? So for this one, I think I'm gonna give myself an A. I think I'm pretty cool, but I'm not like the coolest thing. Speaking of, dogs, also known as body horror for wolves. Awesome, really good idea. I'm really glad that they were done. Whoever got the idea to be like, hey, that random animal over there, it's gonna be my friend now. And then they like made it friends. That was awesome. That was a good idea. That was a really good choice, generally speaking, for humanity to make dogs a thing. Good job on that one. Puppies are adorable. That's going in the S category. Cats. Pretty much the same as dogs. I'm throwing that in the S because that's amazing. Like, wow. I can't believe that someone thought up the idea of it's small and cute and functionally useful. That's great. I love it. Worm on a string. It's sort of like, despite the just general malaise of the universe, like everything that can try and keep us down, like, this thing just exists in opposition to existence itself. Like, this funky little bastard here, like, does not give a shit about anything. Your life can be awful, but then there's worm on a string. It's as if to say, yes, you know, mortality exists. Yes, the world will end, but the frivolity of it is amazing. Worm on a string, that's getting a solid B from me. It's amazing. Anxiety and just the general dread of the ending of the universe in my own life, depression and all of that jazz, that's going into the F category for obvious reasons. Fuck that. I'd be a lot cooler and I'd be a lot happier if I didn't have depression, which is how it works. Pizza. Pizza's great. It's a good idea. It's good food. It's not the best food. I think I'm gonna give them like a B. No, I'm giving him an A, because I think pizza is about as good as me. That sounds right. Wikipedia. I think they were more just saying, like, here's a list of everything that exists, but Wikipedia as a service got me through college. Wouldn't, like, cheat off of it. I would search a thing, and then I'd go to the sources that it had, and then I'd go read the sources, and then that made it sound like you could do a lot of really good research really quickly, which I couldn't, and most of the time I was doing the assignment, like, 2 days before it was done, and it was like, this was supposed to take you the entire semester. So you know what, Wikipedia, you're like about as good as pizza. Like, really great stuff there. Apples. Apples are just like one of the worst things that has ever existed. Like, okay, so no, apples used to be good. Apples used to be good, and I'm gonna call out apples for what's happened to them. So in the attempt to make the most beautiful, biggest apple possible, we've completely neglected the fact that it should be food, and now it just tastes like sawdust. And because of copyright law, somehow having something to do with apples, like, you can copyright fruit. There's just kind of a generic version of apples Like, there are certain name brand apples, which is just insane to me that there are name brand apples. There shouldn't be. It's stupid. It is a completely worthless fruit, in my opinion. Like, listen, if you disagree with me, go down to the lumberyard. Tell them, hey, I have no idea what good tasting things are. Can I eat the sawdust off the floor? And they will be like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? Which is sort of how I feel about you as well. Apples, you're going in the E category because you're not as bad as like crippling depression, but you're about even with like pancakes. Doctors, speaking of apples, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's what they say. Who? I don't know. Just the people who hang out on street corners and they just tell you things like that for no reason. They just walk up to you. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. You could eat an apple right now and the doctors wouldn't come for you. It's like a Faustian agreement. Like, if you eat sawdust, the doctors will leave you alone. The doctors, appeased by your tribute, decide not to harass you. Generally speaking, I like the concept of doctors, but I don't like how much they cost. And so it's like, yeah, I know I don't live a really healthy life, and I probably should, and I'd like to go see a doctor and have them go, what the fuck is wrong with you? Stop eating so many corn dogs. Stop it. But, you know, I live in America, and that's just expensive, so that's not happening. So, doctors, you get like a solid C. You're about as good as the 2007 show Chowder. That's good. Oranges. Now to completely compare apples to oranges, oranges are just objectively better than apples. Apples are just a worthless fruit. Oranges are great. Like, they're not the best, but like, you could eat an orange and be happy with like your decision. Like, the amount of money you spend on apples, you could instead spend on oranges. Now, do they have all the same problems where we've like been chasing like this magical, huge, beautiful looking fruit for no reason? Yes, we have been. But the end result is something that actually has flavor. Like, it's sour, it's bitter, but like, it's still good. And you could make it into orange juice, which is good. This like solid morning drink option. If you plunk down some orange juice, someone would walk up to you and go, that's a beverage. That's a beverage right there that you're having. And you could also put vodka in it, and then you could drink that, and that's good tasting. So yeah, oranges, you know what? You're better than apples. I'm gonna put you all in the tier with doctors. So that way they can learn to get along, and maybe it's like an orange a day keeps the doctor away. That'd be great. Ducks. Okay, so ducks poop everywhere. They're big. They're loud. They're one of those things that if you draw them, it's totally fine to do. Like, no one's gonna be upset that you drew a duck. The antithesis of something that's offensive to draw. So if you draw a duck, you're pretty okay with that. But simultaneously, they're the weirdest animal because like their downstairs mix-up is just an arms race of like weird like Theseus versus the Minotaur maze contraptions. It's like the most bizarre evolutionary line. Like, for some reason, these things don't feel like existing. And they've done everything they can to not exist. And they should have just done the panda thing and just be not horny at all ever. And if they wanted to just stop existing. You're going in the D category for duck just because I think it's weird that you got that situation going down there. That's weird. That being said, ducklings, however, they're great. They're adorable. Everything I said about ducks, ignore it. Ducklings get they get an S rank. They're great. That's awesome. Water. Okay, so water is something that you need to survive. It's a majority of what you are. So sometimes I'm a fan of it. Like, there's some people that I wish didn't have water in them. Like, they just had no liquid content at all. I don't say that. I just say, I wish you didn't exist. That's a little less awkward to say, but water is great because you drink it and then it makes you feel better. It's not the best drink. It's not a beverage. Just explicitly, water is not a beverage. But it's pretty good. So I'll give that a B. I think it's better than, yeah, it's better than oranges. About as good as that meme. Yeah, that sounds good. Potato salad. So here's a story about potato salad. One year, my wife wouldn't tell me what she wanted for her birthday. And I was like, hey, what do you want for your birthday? And she was like, I don't know. You could figure it out. And like, I know my wife pretty well. Like, she likes crocheting and she likes, sewing and stuff like that. Like, she's got hobbies, and I'm aware of the hobbies that she's got. But a lot of them, like, require, like, I don't know, like fabric. I can't just buy fabric. I should buy like specific fabric based on whatever project she's working on. But if she's gonna have a project, she's just gonna go and buy the fabric that she needs. So I can't just buy her fabric. That's not how it works. So instead, I just asked her, like, what do you want for your birthday? And she kept, putting it off, being like, I don't know. And then finally, when we were at the grocery store one day, I asked her, well, what do you want for your birthday? And she said potato salad, because we were walking by the potato salad as a joke. And from that point on, up until her birthday, I was like, unless if you tell me you want something, I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm gonna get you potato salad for your birthday. And she never told me what she wanted. And so then I gave her potato salad, like one of those massive jugs down there. It's actually this brand specifically, which is why I use this picture. We had to eat all of it because we really can't afford to not like eat things that we buy. So that's going in the E category, because it basically doesn't taste like anything to me anymore. And it was an awkward birthday. I went and went shopping with her and we got her fabric, but it was easier to just go shopping with her and get fabric. Anyway, the point is, me and potato salad have a weird relationship. Coffee. It's the reason that I'm awake right now. I didn't sleep last night. I don't know if you can tell, but coffee is one of those things that makes life worth living. You do things faster and dumber. It's great. Coffee, you know what? You're going up here. A category stuff right there. Like, not as good as puppies or cats or ducklings. About as good as pizza. Yeah, that sounds right. So anyway, this is my rating of random things. If you liked this, let me know and I'll do it again. If you didn't like this, let me know and I'll never do it again. But either way, that was me. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you for the next one. Bye.